Hey art friends, welcome to today's tutorial. Today I'll be teaching you how to draw a Halloween stitch.
So first we're going to get started at the top right hand side of our page, and we're going to start by drawing a nice big oval shape on a diagonal. And now moving on to the inside, we're going to draw a smaller oval shape over on the left side. Moving over to the right now, we're going to do the same thing. And then moving inside of this, we're going to draw an arch line right in the middle. And then now we're going to bring our line in, up in the middle, back down, and then back across all the way over to the right. Moving over to the left now, we're going to curve a line that comes all the way over to the right. And then now from here, we're going to come in and draw some teeth. So we're going to bring our line in. We're going to do the same thing on the right. And then now from here, we're just going to follow a zigzag pattern the whole way across until we reach the other side. And now moving lower, we're going to follow this line down again, moving over to the right, doing the same thing. We're going to close this off with another curved line. And now again, we're just going to follow that zigzag pattern. Now we're going to move over to the left side. We're going to curve our line down. Moving over to the right, we're going to bring our line down and then in. And then now we're just going to connect this at the bottom with a curved line. So we're going to bring this down from the left, curving this in towards the middle. And then we're just going to continue to bring this line all the way around and over towards the right. So now we're going to come over to either side and draw in the ears first. So we're going to step over to the right side and we're going to curve a line that comes up towards the top. And then now from here, we're going to bring our line down, in, back out. And then from here on the bottom, we're just going to curve our line all the way in towards the side of the head. Moving over to the top, in the corner here, we're going to curve our line down and around and bring this all the way down and in towards the bottom. So moving over to the left, we're going to curve our line up and over towards the left-hand side of our page. We're going to bring this line down. As we get towards the bottom, we're going to dip it in and then back out like we did on the top. And then now we're just going to curve this in towards the side of the cheek there. Moving over onto the top now, we're just going to curve this line out, bringing this back under and in towards the side of the cheek. Now moving in, we're going to draw in the face. So right in the center here, we're going to draw a curved line. And then right underneath that, we're going to join this together with another curved line. Moving over to the right side now, we're going to curve our line up and over, doing the same thing on the left. And then moving to the left of this now, we're going to curve a line that comes all the way up to the top, and we're going to bring this back down on the side, ending this on a bit of a diagonal there. And then now from here, we're going to, on the left side, just curve this around and over towards that right line. Moving over to the right, we're going to do something similar. So we're going to bring our line underneath where the mask is there, curling this in, and then we're going to curve this back up and over towards the top. Now on the inside, we're going to just follow this shape again, just a little bit smaller. So we're going to start down a little bit lower, curving this up, bringing this over on the left, just ending it a little bit higher. So again, it's on a diagonal. And then now we're going to close this off with another curved line from left to right. Inside of this now, on the top, we're just going to draw a big circle in the corner. And then now we're going to move over to the right. We're going to curve our line down towards the left. Moving over to the right, we're going to curve one more down. Again, ending on that diagonal. And then now we're just going to connect this with a curved line all the way from left to right. Moving into the inside now, this time our circle is going to go underneath the mask. So we're just going to draw a half circle that goes from left to right. And now moving on to the inside, we're going to draw the mouth. So we're going to curve a line that comes up in towards the middle, bringing this back down on the right. And then from here, we're going to bring our line down, bringing this all the way across, curving it back up. And then from here, we're going to come in and draw the teeth. So we're going to follow a zigzag pattern, but we're going to curve our teeth at the end. We don't want to make them sharp, so we're going to round them off as we come over towards the right. And we're just going to follow this all the way across to the right side of our page, just leaving a little bit of space in the middle, and then we're just going to continue to do the same thing across on the right side. Now moving to the bottom, we're going to do the same thing. So we're going to arch these up this time. And now behind here on the bottom, we're just going to draw in the tongue. So on this left side, we're going to curve a line that comes out and in towards the middle. And then from the middle there, we're just going to curve this out and come out to the right. Now dropping a little bit lower, we're going to draw in the body. So starting on this left side, I'm going to curve a line that comes down and out towards the left. And then now I'm going to come in behind and draw in this arm first. Starting on this left side, I'm going to curve a line that comes out, dropping a little bit lower, doing the same thing, ending it at the same height. And then now from here, I'm going to close this off with a curved line. Moving in behind now, we're going to draw in the hand. So we're going to bring a line that comes up, we're going to bring this across and then back down. So it's going to be quite boxy when we do this. Moving over to the left, up, across, back down. Moving over again, across, back down. We're going to curve this out towards the left this time. And then from here, we're going to curve this line down and then back in towards the wrist. So now behind this, similar shape to what we drew for the teeth, just a little bit sharper, we're going to come in and draw the claws on top of each one. And now moving over to the right, we're going to draw in the right arm. So we're going to curve our line down and then up and over towards the right. Dropping a little bit lower, we're going to follow this out, ending at the same length. And then now we're going to again close this off with a curved line. Now moving in here, we're going to bring our line up, bringing this across and then back down. Now we're going to bring our line across, up, over, back down, and in. And we're just going to keep following this as we come down. So up, across, down, up, across, down, and then we're going to curve this back in towards the wrist there. And again, we're just going to draw those claws in on each one. And now right in the middle here, we're just going to draw a little circle in the palm, like that. Now we're going to come underneath and we're going to curve our line down, ending this at the same height. So now moving over to the right side, we're going to curve our leg down and out towards the bottom. And then moving over to the left side, we're going to do the same thing. We're just going to curve this out and then down. Moving into the middle now, we're going to drop a little bit lower. We're going to curve our line right in the center. On either side, we're going to arch our line down, ending these both at the same length. And then we're just going to close this off with a curved line from left to right. Now we're going to move up a little bit higher. I'm going to arch a line that comes out on the right, and then I'm going to move over to the left and I'm going to curve this up towards the left. Stepping a little bit lower now, we're just going to draw some more arch lines. We're going to do 3 in total across. And we're going to do this on both sides. This last one will curve out towards the side of the foot. And now inside here, we're going to draw the skeleton pattern for his outfit. So starting over on this right side, we're going to curve a line that comes out and then in. And then from the middle there, we're going to curve this out and then in again. We're going to draw 2 straight lines that come down. And then again, we're just going to follow the shape. So we're going to curve that out and then in, and doing the same thing over on the left. Moving over to this left arm now, we're just going to repeat that pattern. So we're going to curve this out and then in, out and then in. 2 straight lines that come down. And then again, we're just going to curve this out and then in. Moving over to the legs now, we're going to do the same thing inside of there. Curving this down towards the bottom. And then same thing on the bottom there. And I'm moving over to the left. We're going to do this one last time, except this time it's going to be cut off because this leg is kind of facing behind. So we're just going to curve a line that comes out. We're going to bring this line up, and then we're going to curve it back out again and in towards that side of the leg. Moving into the middle now, we're going to draw a nice long oval shape. And then to the right and left of this, we're going to draw 3 more shorter oval shapes that come down on a diagonal. And we're just going to leave an even amount of space in between each one as we come down. Moving over to the left side, doing the same thing, just lining them up at the same height as the ones that we drew on the right. And then now coming a little bit lower, we're going to curve our line up. We're going to bring this down and then up and then back down and over to the right. And then now we're going to close this off at the bottom with a nice big arch line. And then to the left and right of this, we're just going to draw 2 more oval shapes. Like that. So that's it. That's how you draw Stitch in a Halloween costume. You guys can pause the video and color it the way that I have done, or you can change your colors up if you'd like. If you enjoyed today's video, please hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel. Also drop a comment below suggesting any more characters that you'd love to learn to draw next. Thanks so much for joining me on today's tutorial, and I'll see you guys on the next one.